This is what I stay from. Throw it up, dubs on the Cadillac. White.
Hey girlfriends, so as y'all can tell from the title, today we're doing a girl chat / chit chat. Get ready with me, and I'm very excited about the topics that we have today. So the first topic I want to talk about is dating for experience / fun versus dating for marriage. So as some of you may know, I have been dating. I'm single and dating, and on top of that, I'm dating in Atlanta. I'm also fairly new to Atlanta. I've been here for about 9 months now. So it has been pretty interesting. I think we all have heard like negative things about dating in Atlanta, a lot of dating horror stories. A lot of people say that there are way more women in Atlanta than men. So it kind of makes the playing field a little uneven, and it kind of gives men like the one up when it comes to dating here because they have more options than we do. So I guess they can be a little bit more picky when it comes to dating. Me personally, I haven't necessarily found that to be my experience here. Not saying that that's not true, that could very well be true, but I don't know, I just haven't really like necessarily felt like there weren't enough men to go around. I have been on a few dates since I've been here. I've met people on dating apps and in person since I've been here. And the guys that I've dated, they haven't necessarily made me feel like they just have so many options. So I haven't necessarily felt that yet, but it has been interesting dating here and just navigating like dating as a person in my early 20s. I definitely kind of go back and forth with whether I'm dating just like for fun and for experience, or if I'm dating for marriage. When I first came here, I definitely said that I was dating more so for fun and for experience, just because, you know, I haven't really had a lot of time to like be a serial dater or be courted by men. I moved here like a year after college, so I was pretty used to college dating, which is more so situationships, very laid back, not a lot of dates. It's a lot of Netflix and chill, come over, stuff like that. So when I first moved here, I definitely was like, you know, I just want to date for experience. I just want to date for fun. I just want to see what it's like to date as an adult, to date people that have careers and have money and can actually like afford to take me to nice places. But then once you start like talking to people consistently, and you know, they start doing things that you don't like, or they start doing things that kind of make you side eye, you don't know if you're comfortable with, and you're kind of trying to like set your standards, you start to question like, wait, is this for fun or is this for marriage? And it's like, how hard should I be on these people, or how high should I make my standards if I'm not really dating for marriage, or if I am dating for marriage? Because I think what you like accept from a man when you're just dating for fun and what you accept from a man when you're just dating for marriage could be different. You know, I don't know. I think I've definitely just found myself in some situations with the guys that I've dated where I'm just like, am I tripping? Am I doing too much? Am I not doing too much? Should I be making him do this? Should I be expecting him to do that? Should I not? I don't know. And then I also think like, y'all know we're always on social media, and relationship talk is so big right now. There are so many relationship gurus. There's so many people with these different ideas about how dating should be, what you should be dating for. You know, we have the shera 7s, all these different people just putting different things in our head. Me personally, like consuming so much of that content, sometimes it just confuses me more than it helps me, because I don't know, I'm just having all these conflicting views in my head, and I kind of don't know which way to go or which way is best for me. But how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel like you're dating for marriage, or do you feel like you're just dating for fun? And like, at what age should you start dating for marriage? Like, is 23 too young to be dating for marriage? And I came across this video on TikTok the other day on my For You page with this girl. She was talking about how, you know, a lot of us, we do things for the plot. And she was just saying like, you know, at some point you have to stop doing things for the plot. If you really want to find your husband, if you want to find the guy that's for you, at some point you have to start moving more intentional, and you have to stop doing things for the plot. Like, the longer you do things for the plot, the more time you're going to be waiting for God to give you your person, because you're not serious. You're wasting your time on people that you know is not really your person. Like, you're continuing to do things for the plot instead of just letting people go and moving on to the next, which is prolonging you meeting someone who's serious. You know, do you get what I'm saying? So I saw that video, and that really had me like, damn, maybe you're right, because I did do something for the plot. Like, 2 weekends ago. If you follow me on TikTok, then you saw the little video. I did do something for the plot a couple weekends ago. I went out on a date with a guy that I had already cut off, and I had pretty much decided that like I was done with him. But he's also like a cool person. I think he's really fun to hang out with. We've like partied together before, and just like, I don't know, we just been on like some turn vibes together before. So he like basically asked me to hang out. I took him up on the offer, even though I had already cut him off and already decided that I was done with him. So that was definitely like a prime example of doing something for the plot. And I didn't regret doing that at all. I had a really good time that night. If you I'll put the link to my TikTok in my description, or maybe I'll even insert the video so you guys can watch. Hey girlfriend, let's spend a night out in Atlanta. So this night I went out with my homeboys to a bar to watch the fight. Obviously, I don't watch fights for real because I really thought Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was going to fight at 8 or 9. They didn't fight until about midnight. Baby fooled me. But food was great. Atmosphere was even better. I really enjoyed watching the fight and hanging with my friend. After that, I ended up linking with somebody I was not supposed to link with, y'all. And he took me to karaoke. We went to Mike's karaoke. Super cute. Got shot as soon as we walked in the door. They said it was customer appreciation, so they were giving everybody free shots. And yes, I did change clothes before I went out with this man. I was not about to have on that hanging out with the homeboy outfit. I had to get cute, period. But this is the inside of the karaoke spot, y'all. It was so nice, and I did not expect it to be this nice. Like, this how everything was set up. We could play whatever song we wanted to play, basically anything on YouTube. We got these free complimentary fries. We ordered a bunch of drinks because we had already ate, so we wasn't hungry. And I was playing Rihanna, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion. Like, we were just having so much fun. Definitely got to come back here with some homegirls or some family. And yeah, that was my night out in Atlanta. Bye. As you can see from that video, I had a really good time with him. He's really fun. And so I didn't regret doing that for the plot at all. But when I saw that girl's TikTok video, I was like, okay, maybe, like, I don't regret doing that for the plot at all, but maybe I should be kind of cautious and just kind of, I don't know, weary when it comes to doing things for the plot. Like, maybe I should be a little bit more intentional when it comes to my dating. The next topic I want to talk about is the whole trophy wife era that we're in right now. I mentioned Shera 7 earlier. I'm sure pretty much everyone has heard of her. And we pretty much all know that she gives dating advice, but she gives dating advice to people who want to date rich men and people who are, I don't want to say dating for money, because you can have your own money and also be seeking men with money. But I think she's talking to people who the man having money is like one of the top things, like probably the number one thing on your list when it comes to the man that you're looking for. I think she also targets women who want to have the trophy wife life. They want to be taken care of by their man. They probably want to be a housewife. They don't want to be paying any bills. They pretty much want the traditional marriage. They want the man to be the sole financial provider, and they just want to take care of the home. I don't think anything is wrong with that. I personally love that model of marriage, I guess you could say. I could definitely see myself being a housewife. I'm naturally just like I don't really know what the word is, but like I naturally enjoy cleaning, I enjoy cooking, I enjoy being at home, I enjoy taking care of the house. I think I'm naturally a nurturing person. I could see myself being a mother. And for the career that I want, which is like being an influencer, being a model, being someone that works for themselves, I really see myself maybe doing public speaking in the future or something like that. It would be very beneficial to me if I could afford to just do that and not have a 9 to 5. Like if I had a husband who was pretty much like the financial provider, and I could just focus on those kind of crafts without having the pressure of making money from them. I feel like that would be very beneficial to me, and I would love to have a marriage that had that kind of setup. So I'm not opposed to, I wouldn't say dating men for money. I don't date men for money, because I also want to be my own money right now in this stage of my life, but I do want to date someone who has money. I think there is kind of like some danger in the women that date men for money without having their own money. I think when you date men for money, you kind of put yourself at risk, and you kind of put yourself in a vulnerable situation. Because I feel like when you need something from a man, you're more likely to accept bullshit from them, and you're more likely to let them get away with things, or maybe accidentally ignore some red flags, because you have your mind so set on getting this one thing, which is the money. And if they're giving that to you, you might be so impressed with that and so excited to be getting that you're overlooking other things, if that makes sense. Like I said before, I love the whole housewife thing. I love this new era of like soft life and trophy wife, and just seeing more women being stay-at-home moms and housewives and stuff like that in the media, especially Black women. I love that for us. And like I said, I love the traditional model of a marriage. But I think I'm also an advocate of women having their own money, or having at least some kind of income or some kind of money put to the side. Because like I said, it just really puts you in a vulnerable situation when you are relying solely on one man for something, especially something as big as money. Money controls everything. You need money for everything. Like, we live in a capitalistic society. Money is like one of the most important things like in the world. I don't know. I think, me personally, I want to go into a relationship with my own money, but once I get married, I want to be in a situation where I'm not stressed about money. If I were to lose my job next week, I wouldn't have to be in a rush to get a new job, because we can't sustain our life without my income. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be in that type of situation. I want to be in a situation where if something happens and I need to cut back on my hours, or I want to focus more on a new craft or something like that, I want to be in a situation to where I can do that and not be stressed about it, because I know that the money that my man makes is enough money to pay our bills and to support us financially. But at the same time, I would always have my own money put to the side somewhere, just in case for an emergency. And I don't even mean just for an emergency like my husband leaves me. I also mean, like, if we're still together and we have an emergency, or I have a personal emergency or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think it's ever safe to solely depend on one person for money. I just wouldn't want to put all my eggs in one basket like that. I don't know. I think that's like so tricky.
Gangsters don't know how to act, and still banking. College park, cover home. Homeless floating on chrome, choking on that homegrown. They got that southern cooking, they got them fellas looking, thinking I was easy. I can see it. That's when I say no. Shawty can't handle this. Ever got that?
When it comes to the whole dating for money situation, I think people really forget to factor in age when it comes to their standards for men, and when it comes to dating for money, or how they go about deciding if a man has enough money. I think for me personally, like I said, I don't date for money, but I do only date men with money, and I do only date men who are going down a path of success. That's what I'll say. And now, when I say I only date men with money, I don't mean the extreme. I don't mean rich. Because I'm only 23, you don't necessarily have to have like your own house. I do probably expect you to have your own place, or to be making your way towards your own place. If you are going to be living with your parents, you at least need to have like a really good job that I know that if you wanted to move out, you could, and you are planning to move out soon. Now, that might be something that's different from other women. Maybe some women may not tolerate a man who still lives with his parents. Me personally, I lived with my mom for 10 months after I graduated college, and that really gave me the chance to get on my feet, and I had a job while I was doing so, and I was making good money, and that really like put me ahead of other people within a short amount of time, being able to have a good job but not have any bills. So me personally, I'm understanding of that. I honestly think that like Black people and Black culture as a whole, like I feel like we should do that more often. I feel like we see a lot of other cultures allowing their children to live with them for an extended amount of time, just so they can get on their feet, just so they can get ahead, give them that chance to make good money but not have to worry about bills, and that way they can save up. And once they do decide to live on their own, they will have more than enough money to do so, and they can probably get themselves something even nicer than what they would have been able to get themselves had they went straight into living alone. So sometimes I do look over a person living with their parents if they have a really good job and they make good money, and you know, they can afford to take me out, and they can afford to, you know, pay for my meals, send me a little cash app every now and then. Like, that's cool with me. Because of my age, like, I don't expect someone to be I don't know what the word is. I don't expect someone to, like, someone that's my age to be as established as someone who is 40 years old. I don't know. I just feel like you need to kind of take your age into consideration. I think that, like, some girls do need to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to their standards. I feel like sometimes, like, social media can just kind of, social media is interesting. It's an interesting place, okay? And I don't know, I feel like it can really just skew people's ideas sometimes. And me personally, like I said, I'm not dating for money. I'm dating for love. Like, seriously, like, when I get married, I want to get married to somebody who I truly love and admire and adore and respect. Someone that I really think is an amazing person. Someone who inspires me and makes me want to go harder and do better. Someone who I feel like is a good role model to our children. Like, that's what I want. So maybe that's why my ideas are just a little bit different. So I just left and ran and got some lashes. So my makeup has marinated a little bit and I feel like it's really cute. So I got 2 pairs of lashes. Don't know which ones I want to put on. I think I'm gonna go with the smaller ones. All right, guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I had to come by the window so y'all can really see it, so y'all can get the full lighting, period. I think it's pretty cute. Y'all know I never try eyeshadow usually, but today I actually attempted to do something, so I'm just proud of me for putting in some effort, okay? Really happy with how this came out. I want y'all to comment down below and tell me how y'all feel about dating for marriage versus dating for fun. Do y'all date for money? Do y'all date for love? Like, just let me know your thoughts on dating in general and kind of where you are with it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.